Good morning, lovely people. This is just a setup. You want to see the real show? Fast forward about 15 minutes if you're watching this from a pre-record. And I also encourage everyone to check out my latest video titled The #1 Flat Earth Proof, because that's what we're going to be talking about here today. Just setting up for the live stream. The fish are from Eden. Eden as in New South Wales. Dusty Rider, how are you, mate? Jess Palmer, how are you? Cleary, what's up? Yo. Alright, I'm starting this stream a bit early today because I want to direct everyone over to my premiere video, which is on my channel, about to premiere in about a minute. I want everyone to head over there. It's titled The #1 Flat Earth Proof. And that's where I'm going to be in the chat, just talking to people, see what people's like. It goes for about 14 minutes. So if everyone wants to head over there and then come back to this stream, because that's what I'm going to be talking about today, the #1 Flat Earth Proof. It is going to be glorious. The flat Earth, 100% finally proved. How is everyone today? They're going to be great after this stream. Doesn't matter if you're a globe believer or flat believer. Hey, Flat Earth Ship Bear. We've got a very diverse Chinada. Very diverse viewing here. Norway. How are you, the Johnsburg? Pretty hot there, is it? Yeah, it's pretty cool here. Pretty cold. So I've got 4 people watching over on the other stream, the premiering stream. I encourage everyone to go over there. I will replay it during this live stream. But today we're going to be going through the #1 Flat Earth Proof. Guarantee you, after you've seen the #1 Flat Earth Proof on my channel, premiering right now, available right now for everyone to see, it is going to be a glorious day. Doesn't matter if you believe in a globe, doesn't matter if you're anti-flat earther, doesn't matter if you're just a flat earther. This is a day to remember. The day that the entire world around us is measured flat. The entire world. That's what I'm presenting here today to everyone. The #1 Flat Earth Proof. Apparently there's a $10.2 million bounty on someone who can produce a flat Earth map. I think I'm going to be applying for it. If I get it, I'll be handing it out to every single one of you guys in the chat. Every single one of you guys supporting me on Patreon. Every single one of you that just comment, view, subscribe. You all get a cut at the $10.2 million. 8 watching here. Thanks for coming so early. Family here in Melbourne. Oh yeah, the sunset in Norway looks pretty different, does it? I'll try and do a sunset video one time here. How does it look in Norway? How different? Does the light drop off really quick? Because pretty much after sunset that we don't have too much ambient light. It drops off pretty quick, probably within 20 minutes, half an hour. It is pitch black here in Australia, or mostly all year round. Please share the show. That's how we get viewers. Sharing the show, telling people about it. Point your friends and family here. Hey, Michael Khan, one of my patrons. Thanks, mate. I'll be giving you and everyone else a shout out. Good shout out. I am live and premiere simultaneously. I encourage everyone to go over to the premiere and just watch that first, because that's what we're going to be talking about here today. The number one flat earth proof. Yeah, it was a bit confusing. I was going to premiere it after I went live. I'm actually just going live a bit early today, so you can jump over to the premiere and watch that first. I was just setting up here. Thanks a lot for being here, everyone. This is a beautiful beach that I'm at today. We'll have to level the camera a little bit more. The beaches that I've been the past couple of days, I wasn't there because of the beaches. I was just there for observations. Yesterday I was at Culburra Beach, and behind me I had a massive lake where I was going to do a flat earth, not experiment. I did title it experiment. It was titled Talk the Line Experiment, but it kind of didn't go ahead. The fishing line that I was stretching across the lake in the test, it didn't hold, so I didn't go ahead with it. But that was yesterday. So I wasn't at the beach yesterday for the beach, because it wasn't the prettiest beach. The day before, I was meant to go to a rock pool. That's what I was there at that beach in Sussex Inlet yesterday, but that was the day before, sorry. Reception wasn't nice, but I am here today because this is an absolute beautiful beach. It has white sands, absolute beautiful white sands, and it makes the water look just that turquoise, aqua, tropical water. You'll see it when the sun comes up. But I encourage everyone, please go over to my premiering video. The colours last for the whole night. Oh, you're in Norway, yeah. Yeah, I'd be jealous too when after seeing this beach. It is a cracker of a beach, and it's only about 20-25 minutes from where we live. We were here yesterday. I took the kids here yesterday. They were going to be here this morning, but we thought it might have been a bit cold for our youngest, the baby. Never gets dark in the middle of Norway up north. Have sunshine 24 hours. That's amazing. It's a pity we never see that in the south, because we're definitely not on the globe. Hello, if you're joining us at the moment, please head over to my premium stream titled The Number One Flat Earth Proof, because that's what I'm going to be talking about here today. I'm just starting this stream a little bit early, just to tell people to go over there. Can you guys hear the waves in the background there? Some think it's a calming, soothing sound. Others think it's a bit annoying. I like it. My beautiful wife definitely likes it. We'd love to live right on the beach. You think you see the curve? You can think it all you want. Doesn't mean it's real. I know, you're just being sarcastic. It's just like when Craig, Fight the Flat Earth, gets told about gravity. You can think of it as a force. But it's not. It's literally not a force. That's what he got told by PhD. Who was it that told him? Georgie Musa, PhD, astrophysicist maybe, physicist, someone who works with gravity. Writes for Scientific America. Brought my P1000 here today too, just in case we see any animals. We had a seal up on the rocks to my right yesterday. That was pretty cool. What's the temperature? Probably about 12 degrees Celsius. Maybe a bit more here. I think that was where my car was parked in the bush. But here out near the water, it's a bit warmer. Maybe 15 degrees Celsius. It's actually not too bad. But I do have 2 jumpers on and 2 hoodies on my head, so just going off by feel. It's been beautiful days here in Australia. It's still winter, but the days are definitely getting longer. Sun's coming up earlier, setting later. Summer here in Australia is beautiful. The water temperature is pretty good too, most of the year round. My kids swim in winter. They've been swimming. It's much warmer in than out. They do have wetsuits on though. If I had a wetsuit, I'd be going in. Yeah, warmer than UK summer. Yeah, I believe that. So I hope everyone's headed over to my premiering stream, the #1 Flat Earth Proof. If you haven't, please go over and see that video, because that's what I'm going to be talking about here today. The #1 Flat Earth Proof. Since 2021, since January 1, 2021, the globe has been dead via the Black Swan. 2020, oh sorry, did I say 2021? 2020, January 1, 2020. The globe has been dead. Yeah, the government definitely is kind of crazy. They're mental. Not fun at all. We just try to ignore it. Yeah, we're in lockdown, but me and my family, we do the same things that we've always done here. Go out to these beautiful beaches. When we go outside, we always exercise anyway, and that's one of the things we can do without being pulled up. But we got pulled up by a ranger just doing a bushwalk the other day, and she tells us, were you aware that you need to wear a mask outside doing a bushwalk? Yeah, that's how dumb and illogical things are here. Apparently COVID's in the bush now. Thank you for watching in Johannesburg. Sorry, in Norway. Johnsburg. Going to sleep. See you, mate. See you next time. Yeah, it's kind of hard to handle. It's kind of, well, that's why I'm doing this today, because it's put me in a position where I had to choose. In order to be employed, I had to comply with the mask laws and the vaccine laws, and I simply was not going to do that. Me and my wife had already talked about, if it ever came to getting a vaccine in order to work, that would be the line where I would not be working. So at the moment, I'm only working maybe 1 or 2 days a week, and the strict laws haven't even come in yet. Can you guys see that pelican straight ahead? I was hoping it was going to be a seal, but just a pelican. Some awesome wildlife around here. What time is it? 2 minutes to start the stream. Hope everyone's headed over to my premiere stream. And watch the #1 flat earth proof. I've got 38 watching over the other stream. Fantastic. That's what I wanted. Everyone over to the other stream. The #1 flat earth proof. It's not really a stream. It's just a premiere. And hopefully after watching the #1 flat earth proof, everyone will come over here and we'll have a discussion about it. We'll talk about it. Especially I want the globers in here. The anti-flat earthers. All restrictions gone in the UK and people still wearing masks. Yeah, that's the insanity of it. People not only do what they're told, but they do what they fear. It's been ingrained in their heads for so long now. It's very sad. They're trying to make the shot mandatory for federal workers here in Canada. That affects your mother. She's really against it, but her union won't allow it. Yeah, that sucks. It is all definitely fear. It's disgusting. I've got Arwen in the chat over at the #1 flat earth proof, and he's saying that what I've measured is a lot of miles. Yeah. Millions and millions of square miles squared. There goes that pelican. See you, pelican. Yeah, we definitely have the real power. If everyone stood up and just went about their day as everyone did about 2 years ago, if everyone still acted like there was no restrictions, because there's no restrictions, we put the restrictions on ourselves. If everyone did not comply, what could they do? They can't be everywhere at once. Anyway, I digress. This stream is all about the #1 flat earth proof. And it is glorious. Hope everyone's happy and healthy today. How are you all? Coming at you from a gorgeous beach here in Australia. Absolutely gorgeous beach. Hopefully everybody has been over to the premiere and stream #1 flat earth proof. Yeah, the waves are beautiful. You could just sit here and listen to them. I'll shut up for a bit and everyone can just listen to the waves. They're very little waves. Just beautiful. Scenery, the sounds. This one I want to share with everyone. I think people starting to... All I hear is bloody pigeons. God's creation is definitely amazing. I never really contemplated a creator or a creation before flat Earth. I've got to be honest. I did go to a Catholic school, high school. Didn't really take too much notice. Hello, Eaglet T? Eaglet? English wasn't my strongest subject, as you can tell. My wife is much better at English than me. I think people starting to stream in from my other premiere stream. Thank you for coming here today. This is going to be a discussion about the #1 flat Earth proof. Who's seen it? I want a show of hands. Who's gone over to the #1 flat Earth proof and seen it? If you haven't, not to worry. I'm going to be replaying it and talking about it here. Thanks, Shills vs. Shills. How'd you find it? Thanks, Dusty. What do you guys reckon of the #1 flat Earth proof? It's kind of a lot to take on, but once you get the concept of how the sextant works, how celestial navigation works, and has always worked, I'm not reinventing anything here. That's the best thing about it. It was a pear potato killer. Well, it's more of a flat Earth proof. It was the Black Swan was the globe debunker. The globe's been absolutely dead to all rights since January 1, 2020. But since then, just letting it sink in to all the globe believers and any flat earthers, I've been looking for that one thing that will absolutely unequivocally prove a flat Earth. Yeah, everything is a globe debunker. I do agree, Bob from Globe Buses. And I encourage everyone, please share this live stream. That's how we get the viewers here. That's how we get a good... Will I be debating Fight the Flat Earth or Miss Sensible with it? I am open to any debates with anyone at the moment. And I've already told all the Globers, all the anti-Flat Earthers, if you want to debate me, I'm available. You just have to join my Patreon, because that's where you get the one-on-one special offer from me. My time is very precious now. I'm choosing it to stream these live flat Earth schools. I don't want to be waiting around talking gibberish with anti-flat earthers for free anymore. I'm not going to be doing that. So this is my business now. This is where my main revenue is. Showing everyone this beautiful flat Earth school around us. Yeah, Craig ought to have packed up after last time, yeah. When we talk to people who just love to talk, like Craig, Fight the Flat Earth, you just let them run their mouths. And all you got to do is go back and edit a bit of their video, and they just contradict themselves. People like anti-flat earthers like Craig, they demolish the globe themselves. You don't really have to say anything. You just ask a few clever questions here and there, poke the bear a bit, get them to think about what they're saying, and every time they're going to chuck their globe under the bus. It's glorious. It's really fun. Alright, so it's 6:06 here. The stream is up and running. I hope everyone's gone over to my premiere. It's now just up on my video, up on my channel. I'm going to go over it again here, so probably don't need to go over to the premiere anymore. I don't think it's a premiere anymore. I got out of it. 29 people here. Thank you for joining me. This is going to be a glorious day as the sun comes up here on our flat Earth. Yeah, your hand is not physical in front of your face. That was a classic quote from an anti-flat earther. That's what the Black Swan does to anti-flat earthers. Because they say their horizon is refracted, they have to say everything's refracted. My hand here, is this the hand? Is this my actual physical hand that I'm seeing in front of my face? That everyone's seeing? No, it's not. It's refracted, says Craig. Fight the Flat Earth. Anyway. No, true niece. You can watch this video now. It's clearly a mirage. Yeah, there's lots of miraging. Alright, I'm coming to you here from a beautiful beach in Jervis Bay. There are, when the sun comes up, you'll see beautiful white sands, aqua, clear water. It looks tropical. Definitely not in the tropical region here, but it's beautiful. My kids were swimming here yesterday. I hope everyone, if everyone hasn't seen my latest video titled The #1 Flat Earth Proof, I'm going to be sharing it here today and we're going to discuss it. Who's seen it? I saw you over there, Globebusters. Do you think Gleason's map is what the Earth is in reality? I have, as far as I can tell, the eastern coastline of Australia is pretty well represented on what we see in Google Maps and what I use in Near Maps, which is a paid system. It's through a company. It has very high resolution. You can zoom right in. You can almost see number plates on cars. That's how good the resolution is. And they tell us that it is all aerial images. So I think the coastline is pretty well represented. But the ocean is the problem. We really, us normal people, really have no clue as to how far in between continents there is in the ocean. We can absolutely navigate. That's what this #1 Flat Earth Proof is about. It is navigatably flat, measurably flat. I want to get into it a bit. So if you haven't seen my video, I'm going to play it a bit later when everyone's joined. Hopefully people have gone and seen it. If not, I'm going to play it again. So it's all about the sextant and celestial navigation. All right, we'll start the live stream properly now. Almost 6:10. Do my little intro. Get my hoodie off. Oh, it's a bit cold. It's all right. Thank you everyone for joining me here on this live stream of Flat Earth School, where I will be demonstrating, well, probably not demonstrating so much, but detailing, discussing the #1 Flat Earth Proof. I'm Mitchell from Australia, and this is our Flat Earth School all around us. It's running 24/7 since the beginning of creation. I'm not a teacher, merely a student just like the rest of you. We're all learning here in this world together, and I appreciate you being here today. First, I want to shout out my patrons. I've got 9 of them at the moment. This is awesome. You guys are giving me so much encouragement to keep going. So I've got Alec, One Show, Michael Kahn, Malcolm Foster, Angie S, Bob Nodell, Dawn Judds, Paul on the Plane, John Swartz, Brian Leakey. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And you'll all be invited to tomorrow's live stream with myself and Paul on the Plane. We are doing a Dome Life podcast reunion. You don't want to miss that. If you haven't signed up for Patreon, please, I encourage you, if you like my work, if you want to see the live streams with the special guests tomorrow, as I said, I'm going to have Paul on the Plane. Next week, Bob Nodell, we're going to be talking about the electrostatic downward vector. That's going to be a very interesting topic. The weeks after that, I haven't lined up guests, but I have definitely invited people like Karen B, Anthony Riley. Jaron said he would come on one time, hopefully David Weiss. I've got so many guests coming, talking about so many different topics. Nathan Oakley, he can talk about debating. There's Quantum Eraser, I'll get him to talk about science. There's so many things in our Flat Earth School that is worth knowing, that is worth watching these streams for. So please, I encourage everyone, sign up to Patreon, support my work. If you don't, just view this beautiful Flat Earth School. It is wonderful. It is a tropical setting behind me. I'm definitely not in the tropics, but it is white sand, aqua clear blue water. Let's get this thing on the road, eh? Thank you, Bob from Globebusters. Happy to be a patron. So let's talk about the #1 Flat Earth Proof. I may as well play the video for you guys. Alright, I'll start after my little intro. Alright, I'll press the screen share button. Okay. All right, press the screen share button. And this is the #1 flat Earth proof. The premise to this starts with the sextant and how we use the sextant in celestial navigation. We look directly through the sextant at the horizon. But if you live on a globe, what horizon are you actually looking at, Globers? Is it the Earth horizon? The water horizon? The horizontal reference plane? The visible horizon? How about the sensible horizon? The geodal horizon? Or the celestial horizon? Well, it's certainly not the geometric horizon, you know, Earth curve. No, that was debunked by the Black Swan over 18 months ago. But now, the globe-believing zealots tell us that their horizon is refracted. It's not an actual horizon. So how do we have a tangent to a refracted horizon? When you're viewing a star on a globe, how are we measuring an angle to the horizon if it's refracted? You will never ever get an angle to a refracted horizon. This is a major problem if you think you live on a globe, because celestial navigation would be impossible. So what have you done to keep your religion of a sphere Earth semi-plausible? You've presupposed that that line, 90 degrees above your head, the zenith, actually runs to the center of your presupposed spherical Earth. And 90 degrees from that, you've made up a new horizon, the celestial horizon, which you say is a horizontal plane passing through the Earth's center, perpendicular to the zenith. So, after presupposing all these things, you can now use your sextant. But globe believers, realizing that their visual horizon is refracted, can't yet look at the horizon through the sextant. So yet another horizon is needed to be fabricated. They use the bubble level in the sextant to create the artificial horizon, which we are then told is parallel to the celestial horizon, essentially taking away the curvature of the Earth. Because even globe believers know you cannot measure an angle to a curved surface you think's beneath your feet. Look at this, you're pretending you're living on a globe, but in order to measure angles, you need to pretend you're living on a flat plane. This is cognitive dissonance, globers. You can't have it both ways. So now they can actually start and take a measurement from their 0 point of the artificial horizon to the celestial body. Look at what the globe believers are doing. They must treat what they see as flat in order to achieve an angle. But there's one more step. I just want to pause it here. let me point out again, this is how globe believers and anti-flat earthers think they are accomplishing celestial navigation on a globe. You're meant to be looking through the sextant at the horizon, but they know that their horizon is not physical Earth curve anymore. They can't use it. It's refracted. It changes. The Earth breathes. Sometimes you see further, shorter. They're in a mess. So what they know they have to do. This is how it's always worked if you think you're on a globe. It's the same on a flat Earth. You don't have to presuppose the globe. They use the bubble level to get an artificial horizon. Now the bubble level is different to the actual horizon. I'm going to be showing that in future streams. That artificial horizon, they presuppose that it is parallel with the celestial horizon, which is 90 degrees to the zenith. That line that they say runs to the center of their spherical Earth. Yeah, they have to treat everything that they see as flat. I wonder if you guys can see those black cockatoos up there. Beautiful black cockatoos. You can probably hear them in the background. They're gorgeous. One of the beautiful animals here in Australia. All right, let's go back to how globe believers like to present celestial navigation. This is where it all falls apart for the globe. They then have to measure from the artificial horizon a dip angle down to the visual horizon, the only actual horizon that we have. Remember that horizon that you said was Earth curve that is now refracted? Do you all realise now how devastating the black swan actually is to the globe? It has taken away your R value, the radius of your globe, and then it took away the curvature of the Earth altogether when it forced you to say that the horizon was refracted. And together with the sextant, it's now taken away your ability to navigate. Since January 1, 2020, the globe has been dead. So now it's time to prove where we actually live. May I present to you the number one flat Earth proof. I just want to stop it there. So we are at this point right now, before I show you this video, the number one flat Earth proof. We're at the point where we know the globe is dead. It is farcical. It is not a globe. We definitely know it's not a globe. We've got that through the black swan. Yeah, beautiful sunrise. We're not going to see this actual sunrise because there's a bit of land out there, but I just wanted to show you guys the beautiful beach here. But we are at this point now, here in time. Since January 1, 2020, the black swan has absolutely killed the globe. There is no more globe. Anti-flat earthers and globe believers, after seeing the black swan, have been wandering around aimlessly. That's probably why we're in this situation now, COVID. I'm definitely going to put COVID down to the flat earthers because we have made everyone into zombies. If you're a globe believer or anti-flat earther, you're just wandering around aimlessly. You need to be told what is what. You don't know what's real anymore. Got your mask and your jab. But when globe believers are shown the black swan, it's a fork in the road. They've got a few options. One of the options is just block your ears, close your eyes, keep going about your day like you never saw the black swan, because it's absolutely devastating if you think you live on a globe. If you can't handle it, that's fine. Block your ears, close your eyes. You'll see it one day. You'll come back. Flat Earth is inevitable. It is where we live. I'm going to show you it's where we measure and navigate as well. But after seeing the black swan, you could either go anti-flat Earth, which is you just see the black swan and you go, no, I'm refuting whatever the flat earthers are saying. That's what an anti-flat earther is. It doesn't matter if they throw their globe model under the bus, because that's what they do. They throw it straight under the bus. They tell us that the horizon is now refracted, that we never see the physical Earth curvature. That's what the anti-flat earthers say. They tell us, like Simon and Dan, they say we wouldn't expect to see any drift. You and your reference frames have been ruined, so that there's definitely no drift. We covered that yesterday. No Coriolis effect. They tell us that we definitely need containment for gas pressure. Blue Marble Science, he demonstrated gas pressure without a container with 3 containers. Every single globe proof starts on a flat Earth. Yeah, every single globe proof starts on a flat Earth. We never see the real horizon. That's what we get told. That's what the black swan has done. So you can either turn anti-flat Earth after seeing the black swan, or you can turn to flat Earth. And that's what a lot of people have been doing. We have been getting the message out there since January 1, 2020. We have been getting the message out there that the globe is dead. People have been picking this up and they've been running with it. It has been on international TV, thanks to Mark Sargent, thanks to Eddie Bravo, thanks to Nathan Oakley, everyone who has been sharing the black swan. It has been going international. And so since January 1, 2020, we have not had a globe. And today, I want to present to everyone, after knowing that we do not have a globe, I want to present to everyone the number one flat Earth proof. Because it has been proven now that we live 100% on a flat Earth. It's definitely not a sphere of a bigger size, a bigger radius. It's definitely, well, I don't know, the actual dimensions, the outer dimensions of where we live, but it is definitely a massive flat plane. That's what I want to show you in this video. Here in reality, we live on a flat plane, and this may be news to people. We also have a flat sky plane above us where the celestial bodies exist. from the vantage point of our flat plane, when viewing the celestial bodies, we perceive their position and movement as a dome. This is purely our perception from this vantage point on our flat plane. It's not actually a dome above the Earth. All celestial bodies rise in the east, move in an apparent semicircular motion above the sky, and set in the west. Now don't get me wrong, our Earth is measurably, observably, and obviously contained. But it just doesn't have to be a dome shape, or any shape for that matter. But I digress. Looking at this flat celestial plane above our heads, we can see that everything rises in the east, moves across the sky, and sets in the west. We just perceive a motion of a dome shape. So let me give you a real-world example of how this works. This is Lake Woolloomboola, quite fittingly the breeding ground to black swans, and, I kid you not, located on Black Swan Way. Now, relative to the horizon, if you look up, straight up above your head, 90 degrees, to where my drone is sitting, right there, 90 degrees, what will happen when that drone moves straight ahead in its own flat plane? It's not going to change altitude, it's just going to move straight ahead. From my observer point, what's going to happen? The angle is going to change. The drone has not changed altitude at all. It's just changed the distance from where I'm observing it. If it moves again, the angle changes again, down to 25 degrees there. As it continues to move away, or if I move away from it, it'll travel towards the horizon, lowering in its angle, and eventually it'll get so far away that the angle will be too small for me to see, and it will appear as if the drone has set. This is all relative to the observer point. This is all apparent. It's not actually lowering. It's just getting too far away and the angle is decreasing. This creates that dome motion and movement that we see in the flat plane of the celestial bodies. Now that we understand that the flat celestial plane above us presents itself as a dome to our perspective point down here on the plane that we exist, we can understand how the celestial navigation actually works. Every star in the flat celestial plane has a position relative to our flat plane where it will be 90 degrees. This is called the geographical position, or the GP, of that star relative to our flat plane here on Earth. When the observer is at the GP of the star, it appears 90 degrees above their head. Celestial navigation works by using a sextant to measure the angle of that known star and using its relative GP, geographical position, to know where you are. And I'll continue to point out that measuring angles to celestial bodies only works if we are on a flat plane. Now, if one observer measures 30 degrees... I just want to reiterate that point. That bottom line there, out to the GP, the bottom line, that has to be flat in order to measure a 90-degree angle. It cannot be curved. It simply does not work on a globe Earth. You cannot use celestial navigation on a globe Earth. This video absolutely debunks it. You cannot. Celestial navigation sextants do not work on a globe Earth. That bottom line has to be absolutely flat to get a 90-degree angle up to the GP of the star. That's just how celestial navigation works. We know the GP of the star, or the sun, or the moon. You can use any celestial body, which is the geographical position, where it is 90 degrees above your head. If you're standing right under it, it would be 90 degrees. And you need a straight line from wherever your observer point is to where the GP meets the ground. You need a straight line. It is simple. A triangle. You have to have 3 straight lines. The GP, the bottom of the triangle, and the angle that you're measuring. Let's continue.
Degrees to a star, and another observer measures 30 degrees to that same star, we can conclude that they are both on what's called a circle of equal altitude. And this is another killer blow to the globe right here. Everything on that circle of equal altitude is exactly that, equal altitude. No matter where you are on that circle, you're going to measure 30 degrees. And through being able to measure an angle to that star relative to the horizon, everything on that circle, in between that circle, in the area of that circle, is absolutely flat and level. By doing this once with a sextant, you know you are somewhere on that circle of equal altitude. To triangulate your actual position, you need to repeat these steps with other stars. Your position is where all these areas of equal altitude meet. This is how celestial navigation works and has always worked on our flat level plane, using the celestial flat level plane. Let's use this small scale example on Lake Wollongabula. Instead of a drone, we're going to use a star. So if observer A measures an angle to the star, and observer B measures an angle to the same star, both angles are the same, 30 degrees. Knowing the GP of that star, they can conclude that they are on the same circle of equal altitude. Distance between observer A and B and the area inside that circle is all in the circle of equal altitude. It is all flat. It is all the same level. This is the killer blow to the globe. Not only is our world observably and obviously flat, it is measurably flat, as I'm about to show you in this next large-scale example. The rule of thumb with celestial navigation is to use stars over 15 degrees in elevation, because under 15 degrees we start getting a lot of refraction, as you can see in these moon images. And this is real refraction, where something moves relative to the horizon, not the actual horizon itself being refracted, as anti-flat earthers would like to tell us after seeing the black swan images. So, if an observer was looking at Polaris from 15 degrees latitude, negative 60 degrees longitude, here near Dominica, they would measure 15 degrees to Polaris. And if another observer was on 15 degrees north latitude and 120 degrees longitude, they would also observe an angle to Polaris of 15 degrees, because we know the distance between these 2 points are absolutely flat on the same circle of altitude. We can measure between them and we get 10,375 miles of flat earth and ocean.
I just want to stop it right here, because this is the premise to where our entire world, the entire known world that we know, that we can see, that we can navigate on, this is the premise to measuring it all absolutely flat. Firstly, we use celestial navigation for hundreds, maybe thousands of years, depending on how old this globe is, this Earth, however long celestial navigation has been around, a very, very long time. And now we've been measuring it flat since celestial navigation has been around, since the beginning of navigation using the celestial bodies. It's amazing, isn't it? No, it's been right under our noses for eternity. We have always measured a flat, stationary, enclosed Earth. That's just how we navigate. That's just what we see when we look out. Every single, I'll put it this way, every single proof of a globe starts with begging the question. You have to believe that you're living on a globe first. But every single proof of a flat Earth uses our reality just uses the world around us, this beautiful flat earth school. I just want to say that again. Every single globe proof starts with begging the question, but every single flat earth proof begins with reality, with the world we see, what we can demonstrate, what we view visibly. We don't have to use our imagination. That's what the globe religion relies on, our imagination. All we got to rely on here on flat earth is, oh, there's some more black cockatoos up there. I'm not sure if you can see them. Hear that? Poor little black cockatoo. Beautiful. As I was saying, every single globe proof starts with begging the question, imagining that you're on a globe, knowing, thinking, believing that you're already on a globe. Every single globe proof starts with that. But every single flat earth proof starts with reality, with observation. What we see here in reality, what you're seeing right now, this is a flat earth observation. We're looking at flat earth. It is beautiful, isn't it? Oh, let's go back to the video. So I've already measured using Polaris, because at 15 degrees above the equator here, we can see Polaris 15 degrees in the sky. If you do that on both sides of the presupposed globe, 180 degrees apart, you will get 10,375 miles of absolutely flat plain. It has to be flat in that area of equal altitude. Absolutely flat. That's just one measurement here. That's just one measurement to Polaris. Polaris being 15 degrees off the horizon. The area of equal altitude is huge. That is just the distance from the actual diameter of the area of equal altitude. I'm going to go into how big the area is in a second.
And that's been nice to the globe. We can definitely see Polaris on the equator and even sometimes below the equator, which is a much larger distance of flat area, earth and sea. Let's do this north to south now. If someone was at -75 latitude looking at a star with a GP on the equator, we would be on the same area of equal altitude as someone looking at the same star from 75 degrees latitude. Knowing that between these 2 points has to be absolutely flat, let's measure between them. 10,375 miles again, with an area of 84.5 million miles.
That's that area. In the circle of equal altitude, just one measurement. If you're seeing either Polaris at 15 degrees in the sky, you're on an area of equal altitude with an area of 84.5 million square miles or miles squared. And if you do it from 75 degrees north or south, looking at a star on the equator, with a GP of a star on the equator, it is getting the same measurement, 84.5 million miles squared, square miles, whatever you want to say. Absolutely flat. That's just one measurement. And I'm not even going to stop here, because celestial navigation works by using multiple stars. So this is just using one star, one measurement. We're measuring that area, 84.5 million miles squared area. We're measuring that, just one measurement. So we use other stars, we can measure the rest of the world around us flat. Let's go into it.
Absolutely measurably flat. But it doesn't stop there. Look at this map with all the GPs of the navigational stars on them. And the reason why this is the #1.
Look at this. This is a navigation map. All those red dots are navigational stars. I just want to pause it here. This isn't part of the video. So all those red dots on that map are navigation stars. They've been known. They've been measured. They've been used for navigation for centuries, possibly millennia. Who knows how long our world's been around. These are known points. They have been used. They continuously be used. Every single observation is flat. This is what we use. We make angles to these stars using the sextant. We navigate accurately using the sextant. The sextant only works on a flat, level plane. It is just beautiful.
Flat Earth proof is because using just one area of equal altitude proves that that large area that we're navigating on is absolutely flat. But by doing this multiple times to create multiple areas of equal altitude, we can literally measure our entire world as flat. Just so you understand the enormity of this proof, we can literally measure our entire world as flat. We are living on a flat Earth. 2020 was the year of the Black Swan. 2021 is the year of the sextant. There is no more debate. The globe has been killed. The flat Earth has been proven. This is the #1 flat Earth proof.
Thank you for following me through this journey to today. It is a monumental day for flat Earth, for the world as a whole, the entire world. Not just today, every single day since the beginning of celestial navigation, the world has been measured as flat. That's all you can take away from celestial navigation, is that it is flat. You can never have an angle on a curved surface. It has, the bottom of that triangle has to be flat to get a 90-degree angle, to get any angle to that star. Yeah, splat, it's flat. Thank you all for being here, sharing this with me as I present the #1 flat Earth proof. Please share, not this video, well, you can share this video right now, but I want everyone to please share, mirror, tell everyone, tell your friends and family about the Earth being measured 100%. Our entire world, our entire known world has been measured flat. Not today, not yesterday, it's been measured flat for centuries, possibly millennia. Every time anyone uses celestial navigation, anytime anyone uses a sextant, a theodolite to a celestial object, we are doing a flat Earth measurement. Our entire world has been measured flat, absolutely flat. As the sun comes up on a new day here in Australia, I can unequivocally say there is no doubt that we are living on a flat plane. It has been measured, it has been proven. #1, it's observably flat. #2, it is obviously flat. Everything that we look at, you ask your children, they look out the horizon, you just ask them. Looks pretty flat, doesn't it? Do you reckon it's curved? No, they're not going to say it's curved. Maybe if you put that in their heads first. Maybe if they've been told by a teacher that, yeah, if you look really hard from left to right, it looks curved. Maybe if they've been told, but that's the thing. If we have never been told that we live on a globe, that we have a curved horizon, we would never, ever, ever think that. That's the problem. We have to use our imagination that we're on a globe. All we use for flat Earth is reality. This is the Flat Earth School. Thanks everyone being in the live chat. I'm trying to monitor the chat a bit more today. I've probably been just talking for the majority of the other shows, but today I want to monitor the chat a bit more. I love you guys. Thank you so much. 41 in the live chat. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. It's a monumental day here for the world, because this is another one of those, well, the Black Swan has debunked the globe, and now this proof that I've shown here today that is on my channel, titled the #1 flat Earth proof, this is another one of those things that is just going to get people over the line. The Black Swan is just like a wrecking ball. It is absolutely wrecked the globe as a whole. There is no globe to be seen. The globe is gone. People are wandering around aimlessly going, well, where the hell do we live? And that's the point that we need to get to. Asking ourselves, where the hell do we live? To actually have a honest conversation about flat Earth, about where we live, about our reality, about observations. And it's the video that I've just put out, the #1 flat Earth proof. That's where we need to direct people after they're making those questions. Thank you, Globebusters, for adding the video to the 24/7 live channel. One of my biggest supporters, Globebusters. Bob from Globebusters will be on next Friday on the live stream, on the special guest stream, talking about a fascinating subject, the electrostatic downward vector. Now, I want to point out that that discussion that we're going to have is totally excludes globe, because the globe religion, anti-flat earthers now, they're, after seeing the Black Swan, after seeing the #1 flat earth proof, there can't be any globers. It's just not possible. After you see these things, you have to turn into an anti-flat earther, or you got to turn to flat earth. They're your two options after seeing the Black Swan and the #1 flat earth proof. They're your two options. You have to either turn into an anti-flat earther, or you turn into a flat earther, flat curious. And in both instances, you lose your globe. There is no globe, because the anti-flat earthers love to chuck their globe under the bus. They have no more globe in both instances after seeing the Black Swan and after seeing the #1 flat earth proof. You don't have a globe anymore. Either you turn to flat earth, which definitely rules out a globe, or you turn into an anti-flat earther. And sorry, I went off a bit of a tangent there, but we're going to be talking about electrostatic downward vector, because it is these observations around us that we need to kind of, we don't have to, but we would like to explain what we see. And so when we see things going down, usually it's because it started from up in every single instance. If you pick something up and drop it, it is started from up. You need to pick something up. Look, I'll show you. Look, sand on the ground. Rock. It's on the ground. I've picked it up, dropped it. Where did it start from? It started from equilibrium, didn't it? It was already on the ground, stationary. I picked it up. That was the cause of it falling. Me picking it up. Where do we see things going down just by themselves? Trees, tree leaves, they have to start from a little seed. It goes up, spreads out, grows, starts on the ground, goes up, and eventually it falls. The cause of that is it has to go up first. But it's a fascinating subject, because some people would assert that there is a downward bias, and that's what we're going to be talking about next week with Bob from Globebusters. What is being dubbed the electrostatic downward vector. Okay, not just going down, but accelerating on that vector, says Bob. Okay, that's what we're going to be talking about next. It's going to be fascinating. If you want to join us live on that stream, please become a patron, because it is a members only stream. Unfortunately, it is just going to be whoever has signed up for my Patreon is going to see it live, going to be interacting with us. I'll probably put it out a week after, but if you want to see it live, my special guests each Friday, please become a patron. Please support my work. If you think what I'm doing here is worth supporting, as David Weiss would say, support what you love, or what you love goes away. I'm getting massive support at the moment. I like to thank everyone so much for supporting me in my flat earth journey here. This is just another chapter. I've been blessed with the ability to bring you these live streams from beautiful locations all around our flat earth. I want to share this with everyone, and I'm going to shout out my patrons again, because you guys are awesome. I wouldn't be doing this without you guys. All right, I just want to shout out to my patrons. Thank you for supporting me. Alec One Show, Michael Kahn, Malcolm Foster, Angie S, Bob Nodell, Dawn Judds, Paul on the Plane, John Swartz, and Brian Leakey. Thank you everyone so much. You will be giving the link to the live stream for Friday. It'll be tomorrow morning probably, or tonight. I'll be sending out the live stream links, and I've got a very special guest where my flat earth story kind of exploded onto the scene. Paul on the Plane, a Dome Life reunion podcast. show. It is going to be unmissable. Now the sun's kind of blocking, well, making a bit of a glare here. You can't really see how beautiful this beach is, so I might actually pack up and move so we've got the sun at our backs, because this angle isn't doing it justice. This is a beautiful beach right here. I'm gonna walk down to the other end and show you guys. Let's make sure I've got everything. Whoop. There was some seals out there yesterday. We were here with the kids and my wife. There's some seals out there. It was beautiful. Oh, sorry, a seal. Might even do a observation looking out to those islands out there, because it's pretty far. Might set up my tripod, do a bit of an observation here. That's what I want to be doing on this beautiful flat earth that we dwell upon. It has been measured, it has been proven. We've been navigating on flat earth forever, since the beginning of celestial navigation. Might just set up here. Whoop. Whoop. Jay Ptolemy, yeah, I might get in contact with Jay Ptolemy. He does some great flat earth observations with his infrared instruments. P900. Has he got a P1000? I think you can actually get the P1000 modified now. People have worked it out. I think on the channel, say Jay Ptolemy has already done it. Infrared. Whoa, what's going on? So on the channel, yeah, Jay Ptolemy, please subscribe to Jay Ptolemy. He's an awesome channel. As I'm just setting up my P1000 here, I think he's got a infrared P1000 zooming in on things hundreds of miles away. It is absolutely glorious flat earth observations, more flat earth proof. But what I've gone through today absolutely unequivocally proves that the earth is flat. Measurably, observably, navigationably flat. That's the number one flat earth proof has proven today. Thank you for sticking around. I'm going to be setting up my P1000 here, doing a bit of observation out to those islands out there. They're quite a considerably long distance away. These are the kind of things we can do on these streams. Flat Earth School. And I have fixed my tripod since the first day. It did fall to pieces as soon as I got it out, the tripod. I was a bit worried that the P1000 would not go too well on it, being broken. Has some screws loose. Make sure everything's tight. It's a massive camera. Who's used a P1000? They have massive cameras. The P900 is very small in comparison. You can fit in your top shirt pocket. All right. Let's see what we got here. Can I get that in? Oh, I'll get the camera a bit lower. Thanks everyone for sticking around. Thanks for everyone being in this chat. All right, try and line this up well. Let's see, I might have to move this on a bit of an angle. Hope we can see this. Looks like there's a bit too much of refraction out of the horizon there, just above the horizon. Nice mirage. Now that's real refraction. That is not the. Oh, this is great. See that bottom line? That's the visible horizon that we have. Yeah, there's some stuff on my display. I'll get rid of that. Clean some lenses. Clean some things. There we go. All right, let's do this properly, because this is a great observation. Yeah, this is what happens live. There we go. We can see a bit better now. Oh, this is awesome. This is good fun. All right, see that bottom line where we see the water appears to be the horizon there? If you just look at this, that's the water horizon. That's visible horizon that we see. But look at this, it's miraging as well. This is real refraction, everyone. Take note. This is real refraction. This is a mirage right here. See where the land appears to be making like a duck bill? if it was different conditions, that waterline would be up in the middle of that duckbill. It's just because that's all been mirage. It's been refracted. This is cool. It'll be great if there was a boat out there, because it'll look like the boat was actually floating above the water, like in the air, because that waterline there is a totally different diffraction point to the diffraction limit of the land there. That's why we get the mirage. See if we can pan across and see the other islands, see if it's having the same effect over there. There we go. Oh, that's interesting. No, I think it's still, I think it's still refracting there. P1000 is awesome. There we go. There's more refraction there. So that entire line there, you can see the water below those islands, and you can see the mirage out there. Now, usually we can see some rocks here. This observation here, that's Governor's Head. We can see some. You can't see them today. I'll have to do this another day on better conditions. But you can see rocks sticking out in the middle there, in the middle of that water there. This is cool. So this is an observation of a white swan. It appears that horizon would be blocking things. But then I'll come back another day. I'll do the same observation, and that waterline will be way further, and we're going to see way more. Oh, this is good fun. See, this is the beauty of having live streams, because these are live observations, unedited. It's just what we see. It's just what you'd see if you were here standing next to me, using the P1000. It's cool, isn't it? On another day, this could be a black swan image. That horizon, that waterline there, has been a lot further. I've observed it a lot further, and it has kind of been above that duckbill of the land there, that mirage. Tell us, Globers, how, or anti-flat earthers, after seeing the black swan and after seeing my #1 flat earth proof video, there is no Globers. There's only anti-flat earthers, and there's flat earthers. That's all there's left. Tell me, anti-flat earthers, what is that line, that horizon line? Is that your physical earth curvature, or is it refracted? Anyway. I brought my P1000 along because we saw some seals out here on these rocks yesterday in front of us. I was hoping they could be here again today. We sometimes even get whales in this bay as well. This is a beautiful, calm bay. Good for the kids to play around in. There's so much wildlife here. It's just teeming with beauty, this flat earth school. Well, sorry, it's a bit unfocused. There we go. I'm gonna move back a bit so we can all see this beautiful beach. White sands here in Jervis Bay on the south coast of New South Wales. A wizard did it. What's your camera height? I'd say about 1 meter. I'd say probably 1.5 off the actual level of the water. Definitely not a black swan observation, that. Wasn't going for it, I was just seeing what we could see, and we saw a beautiful mirage. I can actually see it with my eyes. You probably can't see it on the camera. No, you can't really see the duckbill of the mirage with your eyes, but that was a cool observation of an actual mirage. Real refraction, because we have 5 types of actual real refraction that we see just looking at things in the distance there, and they're all described as something moving relative to the horizon, not the actual horizon itself moving. That doesn't happen. The horizon is just the limit to your diffraction, the diffraction limit. That's all it is. All right, I'm gonna keep going back. Back this way. Beautiful sunrise here, but it's a bit glary on the camera. Thank you all for being with me here today for the #1 flat earth proof. After this stream is finished, please share the #1 flat earth proof. See what people think of it. Share to your family and friends. First show them the black swan, because this kind of goes hand in hand with the black swan. The black swan sets up the whole scenario, the whole situation that you find yourself in. After seeing the black swan, you have no more globe. The globe is gone, the globe is dead. 20 months ago, we had the black swan given to us. People have been wandering around thinking, what the hell is it that we live on? Where are we? Now, we can absolutely unequivocally say that we live on a flat earth. It's been measured for millennia, at least for centuries. We don't know how old this flat earth is, but it is definitely flat. Every single observation of an earth is absolutely flat. Now, I've attempted to get that nice aqua water here, but the sun has gone away a little bit behind the clouds, so you're just going to have to put up with this dull image of a beautiful beach. It's gorgeous here. Jervis Bay, New South Wales. I was at those rocks doing the live stream before. What time is it? How are we going for time? 6:59. Thank you, everyone. 42 people still watching here. It is a momentous day here on our beautiful flat earth, the Flat Earth School. Everything around us. One of these days you're going to visit Australia. It is an amazing place, Bob. It is beautiful, naturally beautiful. The problem is you're going to have to get something in your arm to come here. That's the biggest problem. So we're, I wouldn't say stuck here, because I kind of have no desire of traveling anywhere else at the moment. It is beautiful. I've got all I need right here with you guys, sharing it here. But I hope everyone can come out here and see this beautiful place. If you do come to Australia, go to Jervis Bay, New South Wales, South Coast. Look it up. It is gorgeous. Was there some sort of incident? Oh, just... No, there's nothing going on in the world. Just ignore everything. No, the international travel has been banned for a while here in Australia. I don't think people have been coming in for a while. You have to meet a certain criteria. But anyway, that's not what today's about. Today is about the #1 flat earth proof. The world has been measured, observed, navigated, flat. Flat, stationary, enclosed. That's what we've been going over this week. #1, the first live stream that I had at the beginning of the week on Monday, we went over gas pressure of our container. If you want to show these streams, I'm trying to set these up in a way that we can show our friends and family, if they're flat curious, if they're globe believing, even if they're anti-flat earthers. Just kind of proofs, demonstrations, examples, observations that we definitely don't live on a globe. So Monday was gas pressure of our container. It was great. We saw some whales breathing into the container that's around us. Beautiful. Tuesday, we went over the black swan. If you don't know what the black swan is, please go to my channel and look for the #1 globe killer. That is what the black swan is. It was a great show. Yesterday, Wednesday, we went over Coriolis effect, or lack of it. I had my drone hovering there for 20-25 minutes. Absolutely no drift. Is everyone still going to thank Bob for 15 degrees per hour drift? I don't think so. Other than flat earthers, I'm thanking Bob. Thank you, Bob, for getting the anti-flat earthers to chant that for so long. Thanks for 15 degrees per hour, Bob. Yeah. Where is it? Where is it observed? Globers? Anti-flat earthers, sorry. I demonstrated that yesterday. And today here, after we've demolished the globe for the last 3 days, we've gotten to the point where we ask ourselves, where the hell is it that we live? And it is flat. It's been measured flat. The #1 flat earth proof. Please, after this stream, go to my channel, look at the #1 flat earth proof. After seeing the black swan, after seeing the #1 flat earth proof, you only have 2 options now. You can be an anti-flat earther, where you can just go against our arguments no matter what, chucking a globe under the bus. Or you can become flat curious. You can become a flat earther. You can be honest with these observations that you're seeing put in front of you, that we see every day. That's another thing we can talk about too, Bob. The luminiferous ether. That's another thing we can probably talk about too. To date, I haven't really been shown any compelling evidence that the ether is a real thing, but if you can convince me otherwise, or just detail something otherwise, that'll be awesome, Bob. Really looking forward to our stream next Friday. And the only way everyone can view that, can be part of that live, is to become a patron. If you like my work, if you think what I'm doing deserves some support other than just your views and your nice comments, I'd really appreciate that. If you can become a patron, like nine other people have, it is so much support. I'm overwhelmed by the support I've received this past week. And I keep saying Paul on the Plane is my #1 supporter, but my wife, she is my #1 supporter. I would not be doing this if my wife was not on board with the whole concept of flat earth, the whole concept that there's so many lies in this world. She knows, she can see the deception. She is a wonderful human. She supported me in every single step of my flat earth journey. And she's actually writing a book too. I won't spoil what the book's about or anything. She's writing a book. We're currently trying to get it published. It is a beautiful book. She's illustrated it. She is now going to be a published author and illustrator. It's all about just how we come into this world, pretty much. Everyone comes into this world the same way, and she's kind of written a book about it. What the star trails look like over here, I'll put some, I wonder if I haven't got my iPad at the moment, it's in the backpack, but I'll do a show on star trails. So we see here in Australia star trails that go around Sigma Orientalis, which is just a dark point in the sky. There's nothing there, there's no like Polaris, there's no South Pole star that everything goes around, but it definitely spins around a point. But I was talking to BMLSB69 the other day about one of his videos he does about no parallax in star trails, because as asserted by the Globers, all the stars in the sky, all those lights in the sky, they're different distances. And if things are different distance and they're moving or appearing to move, then there should be parallax, they should be overlapping. Something further away is going to move at a different rate to something closer to you. And all those stars are asserted to be different distances. And we can't have those circular, big, beautiful circular star trails that we see here on our flat Earth with stars being different distances. It's just not possible. I'm definitely going to have a show on star trails. Thank you all for being with me on this flat Earth journey. I'm going to have to pack up now. It has been a monumental day here on flat Earth. It has been measured flat. It has been proven flat. There is no question that we live on a flat Earth. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for supporting me. And remember, that's not the best camera shot. I'll do it the other way. I'll try and do it this way. When you feel like the Earth turns on you, turn to Flat Earth School. That is the only reality that we can see. Thank you everyone for being here. I'll see you, hopefully people can join up my Patreon. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be a members only stream with Paul on the plane. Thank you everyone. Thank you especially you, Michael Kahn, for being a patron. Bob Nodell being a patron. Thank you guys for supporting me. Until next time, keep it flat. Go and watch my #1 flat earth proof video right now. Give it a thumbs up, give it a view. Become a patron if you think I deserve support. Thank you, everyone. Catch you later. Keep it flat.